Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it is Wednesday night. And I had the sound on my other phone. So it's Wednesday night, and I woke up this morning and read that it was National Beer Lovers Day or Beer Drinkers Day or something like that. And so I decided that I would go ahead and use this stamp set. I had already planned a different class, but we'll just have it next week, so that'll be fine. It doesn't hurt to be prepared a little bit ahead of time. And I had just gotten this stamp set maybe 2 weeks ago, so I hadn't played with it much. It's called Brewed for You. It has the cute beer steins and beer, just a tall beer glass, a wine glass, or it could be brandy, I suppose. And then this, is that called a growler? I think that's what they're called. I'm not really a beer drinker. I like a glass of wine, but not too much beer. And it's got dies to match it also. I don't know if Robert's hollering at me or not. Maybe not. Yeah, so this is I think a growler. And it's got these leaves, and I think that's like an artichoke. And then it's got the foam for the top of your glass. So there's two ways you can use this. You can also have the die and then a textured inlay, textured with bubbles, or you can stamp it. So you've got choices there. So I've got 3 fun cards for you tonight. I usually just do 1 or 2, but we're going to do 3. And I think they're kind of fun. So we'll put this to the side. I don't think we need it. And we'll put this one to be the last one. We'll let this real bright blue starry sky be our first one. So if you're here tonight, oh hi guys, then let me know you're here, and so I'll know you're watching. Give me a thumbs up. So this is Starry Sky. I've just cut this at 4 by 5 1/4, and we're just going to make our own background with this. So we're going to stamp with Starry Sky on Starry Sky. Hi Marge, it's been a while since I've seen you. I think you've been busy, so you've been watching the replays. So we're going to use this tall beer glass, I suppose that's what it's called, and we're just going to create our own background. So we're just going to start here and alternate which way they're turned. You don't have to be real accurate here. And then we'll do one in the middle, and then we'll do some sideways ones on the side. It's kind of cool the way they nest together by turning them that way. There we go, that's our background. Let's clean this because I think we're going to use, yeah, we are going to use it again, but we don't need for it to be blue. So that's our background piece. We'll just put that to the side. And now we need some beer and some foam. So we'll stamp that with Memento Black for our beer stein. beer mug, beer stein. I don't guess I know what they're called. Ink that up real good. I think my black might need to be re-inked. And then we will need that same glass of beer. And the foam. We're going to do the foam with Smoky Slate, so it's not quite so bold. And there's that one for the mug, and this one's for the jar. Hope we can cut those without making a horrible mess. And I'm going to use Daffodil Delight for our beer. You could color this, but it has two-step stamping, so you can just stamp the little indents in the beer. And we'll stamp that one with the great thing is, since it's clear photopolymer stamps, we can see pretty good. Now I'm going to let this beer be a lighter beer. So I'm going to ink it up and I'm going to stamp off. And then we'll have that. I'm thinking my Daffodil Delight has picked up some dark colors on it. I might have to do some cleaning on that. So we're going to die cut these. We'll run them through the cut and emboss machine. Let's see, where's our beer? So we'll put those on the cut and emboss and be right back. Hopefully I can cut and chat at the same time. Hi, Leanne. It's good to see you tonight. Hi, Kay. It's good to see you. So, of course, you know, with beer, we're going to have a frosty mug. That means we'll have to have a little Winco Stella on these. As hot as it's been, a beer might be pretty good, even if you don't like beer. It's been crazy hot here for the past 2 days. Just about ready to run these through. I get them lined up. There we go. Should have gone ahead and stamped another mug of beer, but well, it's okay. I don't think these are too hard to stamp and die cut, so it's a pretty quick and easy card. That's my favorite, quick and easy. Maybe that flower that I thought was an artichoke, maybe that's hops, or I don't know what, isn't that what they make beer out of? I don't, have to look it up and see why it's named, why that dye is in here. So we're gonna put some, our beer on a So Saffron circle, die cut circle. We'll put our little foam on there, but we're going to put a piece of twine just because we can. This card is great for man cards. And this, even though this blue is a little more girly, you know, there are some females that drink beer, so you could use this for either one. Or, I don't know, is this like War Eagle blue, or I'm not really sure, but I bet it would be. Could be. So, since this is twine, we can tie it in a knot, hold our, not have to worry about a big lump on our card. So we trim that off. You know, these, our paper snips are the best. If you don't own Stampin' Up! Paper snips, you need to get them, because they, even after 10 years or so, these still cut ribbon beautifully, and paper. So, they just don't get dull like some of my other scissors. So we're layering this color on color. Now, I could have used white, but I wanted it more masculine looking here with the blue. So that's why I chose to do that. Now we'll put this on with some dimensionals. And we'll just put the dimensionals at the top and the bottom so that they can straddle that twine. If you put the dimensional where the twine is, it's not going to stick well, and it will look off level or wobbly on your card. Let's see. I was trying to read some comments there, but I can't figure out what you guys are talking about. So it's okay, isn't it? Alright, so we're going to glue down our mug. We need to put our foam so that it's behind there. So we'll make sure and get some Tombow right there. And then we can slide that behind it, and it'll hold it down. There we go. Now we can put our light logger on with dimensionals. We'll kind of layer that. Now we need a sentiment. And I think, let's see, it says another round for your birthday. We're going to stamp that on a piece of white. Oops, we forgot the foam on the little beer. So we need to get that on there. We don't want to forget it. There we go. Now I'm going to stamp another round for your birthday. I'm going to use the Starry Sky. And I wanted to die cut this. I couldn't find a die that fit it exactly. So we're going to double die cut this one. We're going to cut it this way, and then we'll cut the end off. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. I guess that's like, we're going to alter the die cut. I don't know if there's such a thing as double die cutting. Ooh, but we gotta make sure it stays straight. Doesn't want to stay straight. There we go. Now see that we don't need all of that there. So now I'll just lay my die cut here. Make sure it's in, you can feel where it gets in the die, lined up, and then we'll run it through a second time. I could have just done a strip and snipped the ends, but I just didn't feel like that tonight. I wanted to use my die cut. Now that just cuts that little part off. And so we know we've got a shorter version of that die. And now we can put this on with dimensionals. I think one at each end. You know what, I put my bling away. I'll get it real quick. So it's straddling this. Here we go. Let me go get my bling. I guess I was cleaning off the table so it wouldn't have too much stuff on it. I put it away. I think this, the glossy dots and these big shiny dots are going to look just right for our bubbles. I don't know if beer has, well, yeah, beer has bubbles. Not as much as champagne, but some putty stuck. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can't scoop that up. There we go. And now we need an inside, which will be pretty simple to do. Just have a regular 4 and a 4 by 5 1/4. And the sentiment for the inside, we're going to put the "Oh, ale, yes" for your birthday. And then we'll put another little bit of beer. Let's see, where is that? Here we go. This one. Oh, almost got off the edge. My goodness. Pay attention there. And let's get some yellow. Stamp off a little bit. And then I found in this set, there's a cute little stamp with some bubbles. So we'll put some gray bubbles coming out of our glass of beer. So that wasn't too involved, was it? So we'll put that one, that will go right in there. And that's our first card. Now, I probably will take some Wink of Stella and bling that up a tiny bit. Okay, that's our first card. Now, our second card is, I'm going to kind of do a little combination with the He's All That, and He's the Man Designer Series paper. And then it comes with all those little die cut punched things, and I thought, oh well, I think these would be kind of fun for another masculine card, so that's what we're going to do. So I just cut the Designer Series paper to go on our card base. This is that He's the Man barbecue paper, and we could use it for all kinds of things here. I thought this was good for a masculine card. And got this paper left, so I need to use it. Now this little die cut is a file tab thing. I'm just going to use it for a little interest, because I'm not real sure that I would ever use it as a file tab. So I'm just going to layer it here on our card front. It's just a tiny little bit, but we'll bring that same design in a minute with another piece of the paper. So let's see, so this is a die cut that looks like it's torn out of your notebook or something like that. We're going to put it there, but we need to stamp our sentiment just in case it's a mess, in case I mess it up. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment here. Let's see, that says I owe you one, but maybe I don't have it out. Yeah. It says I owe you one or several. That's a good sentiment. And then on the inside, we can put the birthday sentiment. Let's see if this is straight. Not too bad. So we'll stamp that right about there. Well, that works. Now we need another mug of beer. That's why I said we should have stamped two at one time, but that's okay. Bonnie is making faces on Facebook. I don't believe that, Jamie. I didn't know dogs watched Facebook. Maybe they do. I've seen dogs watch TV and stuff like that. I think my sister's favorite dog thing on TV or Facebook or YouTube is that dog that's watching the soccer game and he gets so excited he falls off the couch. Have you ever seen that one? It's pretty funny. So, you can laugh every time you see it. So we'll add some beer here. And we'll die cut these two. And then that's all our die cutting for tonight. So that's pretty cool. Have that taken care of. I can get this one on here. I wish I was as good as some people. They just pop those dies on and they don't move, but mine tend to move around. I'm not careful. Yeah, Jamie, get these out and then make some cards and share with us so we can see what you've made. So they're going to update the weekly deals tomorrow. There was a small update today with a few new things. So I'm hoping there'll be a few more added tomorrow. I'm not real sure how that weekly deal is working. I'm just not sure that they've told us. Let's go ahead. So if you want to see, you just go to the web page and then under specials, click where it says weekly deals, and you'll see some things that are discounted. I actually ordered some, I shouldn't say this, some ribbon today. I always have tons of ribbon left over, but I thought I needed the ribbon that was on sale. So there, why not? All right, let's put some dimensionals on here. We'll put some on some small one on our foam. And I've got, remember I told you I had another, we're just bring that little look in down here. So we're gonna put this on first. It's great how these die cuts are just pulling everything together on this card with the deckled edges and the torn paper. Makes it easy for you to create. That's the good thing about Stampin' Up! Is they make it easy for us. I like it when I don't have to, I can just get creative and do the fun part of creating and not having, oh, I might have to bring that down just a tiny bit. Not having to do all the crazy cutting. I can just do the fun part. Gotta bring that foam down on it so there we go. Almost. I need to put a little glue under there, so let me get a scrap. I don't think it's gonna stay if I don't put a little bit of Tombow. We'll slide that under there. Hold it down for a minute. There we go. Now these classic matte dots, I have some black ones here. So we're going to put a couple black dots. That's not too girly. And we'll just get our card finished. Now for the inside, took another piece of this striped paper. We're going to put that here. There's another die cut that looks like torn paper, so we're going to use that to decorate the inside of our card. We're going to stamp the happy birthday, another round for your birthday on the inside. We better do that before we, in case we have to cover it up or redo it. That came out pretty good, didn't it? And now we can add our other little embellishments. Oh, red ribbon. That's on my list too. I've used so much of it on my Christmas cards. I had to get some more. But I got the Fresh Freesia ones too. Ribbon. I thought it was a necessary purchase. This looks like it's over the edge just a tiny bit, but that's what the snips are for. I'll trim that off, and the edge of the paper lets me get it. Isn't that cute? And it's really just layering the paper and the elements, and then the beer mug. All right, we got one more simple one. Let's see. Okay. Starting, very simple, basic gray card base. And I have cut cherry cobbler and basic white. So, you know, today's beer lovers day, but we can't let the wine lovers not have something. So we're going to make a wine card at the same time, too. So I do need my ruler, because I need to draw a line on my paper, just as a guide of where I'm going to stamp. It's just going to be a faint little... Let's see, we're going to stamp the wine glass, if I can find it. And it's going to go right about there, so that looks... That's not quite half an inch. Maybe it's about a ½ inch down. And we'll just do a very light line that we can erase when we're through stamping. So we're going to stamp our wine glass. 1, 2, 3. I think I can get 4 on there. So we'll just kind of hold our breath and hope we get them lined up pretty good. I'm going to let the line be where the top of the wine glass goes. So there's 1. Let's do, I hope this will work for us. And squeeze those in. They're crooked. That's not too bad. I could do better, but it's not bad. And then I'm going to go ahead. I pulled out the Let's Get Into the Spirit stamp from Bottled Happiness. I thought that would go well with this. So we'll stamp that down here. This is super quick. Go ahead and erase our pencil mark. Maybe that will. And now we're going to put some wine in one glass. And I am going to use cherry cobbler again. Mary Merlot would work fine for this if you want a darker, deeper wine. And so now this is a double two-step stamping. So here's our wine. Not nice and tempting that you want some. Now we're ready to put our card together. you know, Marge, some days it's fun. Some days I stomp around my craft room like a crazy person. I can't get things to work, and you end up throwing so much stuff in the trash can. But it's still kind of fun when you can talk to yourself about it and see, you know, what works and what doesn't work. And I don't ever want it to not be fun. So that's why I try new things. If you try new things, it'll always be fun. Now this, I think, could be for a man or a woman. So I chose the iridescent pearls because I thought they were just a little more elegant. So we'll just put a little bit of shine on here. Pearls, and but don't ever, you don't ever want to spill white wine on your pearls. Have I heard that? It ruins your pearls. I'm not real sure if I've ever heard that story or not. All right, so there's our card. That one was pretty easy. So on the inside, you could just put a blank, stamp one more bottle of wine, and you would be done. So there's our masculine one that's combined the He's All That, or He's the Man Designer Series paper, and then the Starry Sky, much brighter, a little more youthful looking maybe. I'm not real sure. So we've celebrated National Beer Lovers Day. I will post a picture of all three of them, Jamie. Thank you for asking for it. But I might have to go upstairs and have a glass of wine first. What do you think? I don't know. We'll wait and see. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I will see you next time. Bye.